Get out your pumpkins and put on those scary masks. It's that time of year we like to call Halloween, and we have a very special episode for you on the topic, brought to you by the fine people at Schuster Supplements and Panda Parents. If you have kids in the room, if you wouldn't let them watch the movie Exorcist, then it's probably safe to say that you shouldn't let them listen to this podcast. Enjoy the episode and reach out to us via Twitter at Pitch Guys with your comments and suggestions. And now you can ring our doorbell because we have a treat ready for you.
And then I'll just kind of riff on it. You guys just follow my lead.
Okay, we're ready to go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
You're way too loud. Oh. You're just clipping the mic. My milkshake.
I could teach you, but I'd have to charge.
But actually, the harmony was quite good.
That turned out okay.
And nowhere to go from there. Welcome to Pitch Guys.
All right. Back again.
Thought we'd start with a little musical interlude, and that was pretty cool. This week, it's trick or treat time, boys.
Hi, guys.
Happy Halloween. Halloween is
Happy
upon
Halloween
us.
to you, yeah.
And it's time for us to talk all about Halloween, give our pitches for what we'd like to see in this very special holiday this time of year.
Could you go back and say Happy Halloween in more of a Halloween-y kind of voice?
Oh, okay. Should we start again?
No, just let's do it.
Okay. So from the intro,
No, just say Happy Halloween in kind of a spooky Halloween type voice.
Happy Halloween!
Stop. Oh, don't do that.
Whoa.
What?
That was awful. That was bad. I thought you were having a medical episode.
Okay, fine. Well, you do it then.
No, after yours,
Okay.
I decided that's a bad idea. Yeah, I'm excited for Happy Halloween. I'm excited for Halloween.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I'm an empty nester now, and don't have kids to be excited for Halloween in the house anymore. So it's not as big of a deal as it used to be.
You can put all of your effort into scaring neighborhood children as opposed to
You don't have to pull
taking
punches
your own kids
now.
out.
That is a good idea.
So is that what you really like about Halloween, Derek? Is just scaring children?
Well, my son has really, my wife and I really enjoy Halloween, and he's taken that on. And so he loves more and more ridiculous stuff, trying to scare people or bringing out all the scary stuff. But my youngest son is terrified of everything. Mm-hmm. He has a onesie with monsters on the toes.
Yeah.
And we had to hide it downstairs in a closet because he was so terrified of that.
No.
So my oldest son is quite annoyed that my youngest son is terrified of everything, and so it's ruining Halloween for him.
So you've got a monster and a pansy.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
Terrifying. Alan, what do you like about Halloween?
The scares are kind of fun now. I know that I was thinking about last Halloween. My wife and I were in a hardware store, and there was
that's a scary place to be.
There was a big skeleton display set out.
Yeah.
And my wife went over to it, and she was just kind of curious. Oh, what's this all about? And then the thing moved, and she wasn't expecting it. She screamed in the hardware store, just let out this huge scream. And I turned and I just laughed for 2 minutes straight. It was the funniest thing I had seen.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy that. I like it when my wife is scared at Halloween.
Yeah.
No.
That's good.
So you're both very sadistic.
The other thing I enjoyed, at least when the boys were younger, was that being the good dad that I was, I did actually make a few costumes for them. And
nice.
I remember making, when Minecraft was a big thing, I know that nobody even knows what it is anymore, I think.
I think it's still kicking.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's still a big
I think
thing?
so, yeah.
Well, anyways, Minecraft was pretty huge, and so I made a costume out of cardboard for both of them, and they were both Minecraft men. And I must have spent 30, 40 hours on the thing in the garage. It was quite a...
the square...
it was a masterpiece.
Yeah.
I had it all foam lined on the inside. It was comfortable for them.
Should put a picture of that in the show notes.
They looked like Minecraft men.
Wow.
So
that's impressive.
They were thrilled. I mean, my son wore it for 2 years straight.
Yeah.
So he thought
he
it
never took it up.
It became a problem. You had to have a strange conversation about it.
I probably spent, I could have gone and bought an actual costume from a store for way less than the amount of money I spent on paint and tape. But I love cardboard.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot you can do with cardboard, and the best Halloween costumes for me have come from cardboard. I know we'll get to costumes here in a few minutes, but that's kind of...
I don't doubt it.
Those are some of the things that I like. How about you, Trevor?
I just like the feeling. I like the feeling of the season.
Why is that?
I'm very impressionable.
Okay.
So, I think I'm basing how I'm feeling about Halloween off of how movies have tried to make me feel about Halloween over the years.
Okay.
So if you tell me to picture Halloween, I instantly picture kind of a dark suburban street with leaves swirling across it, and then some kind of low flute music playing, and then there's just kids running all over with bags.
Mm-hmm.
I like any holiday where people are just running around the streets with bags.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a very hyped feeling for me,
Christmas.
and I'm always kind of sad when it's over, because it's over real quick, and I don't get that. I haven't learned my lesson, so I get really excited. I'm going to have all these plans to watch Halloween movies and listen to Halloween music and make Halloween punches.
Oh, yes.
Well, there's no reason why you can't still watch these things after Halloween.
No, there is that, and they called it goth.
Yeah.
So that has been a thing you can do.
I dated a goth girl in university. It was Halloween 365 days of the year.
Nice. Did you ever knock on her door and then she just screamed trick or treat in her face?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. So, you mentioned that you make some costumes. You are a crafter.
Not a great one.
No.
I mean, I've always been very makeshift, and I probably did a better job for my boys than I ever did for myself. I remember in university wanting to go to a Halloween party one time and thinking, you know what, I'm going to do it. Star Trek was a big thing the next generation at the time.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Value Village, the local kind of thrift.
Hold up. So you went only once to a party in college, and you went as a Star Trek person?
I went on many occasions, but this one year, I decided I was going to do Star Trek. And so
I thought the story was
I'll
gonna
go to
kinda
Value
tell
Village
itself.
and I'll get a red kind of shirt and I'll just sew the Enterprise emblem onto it.
Yep.
And so I went and I got the shirts and I got some thread, needle and a thread. And then I realized that I'd never sewed in my life, and I actually had no idea how to do it. But I kind of figured, well, I can probably do this.
Yeah.
So this is in, out. But it's hard
My
work.
business. Yeah.
It's hard work. And
It is hard work.
I got really lazy, and my threads, they started to get about an inch apart. And it was a disaster, and I gave up on it.
So you showed it as a hobo Star Trek person with bloody fingers.
No, so I abandoned the Star Trek idea. And then I decided, I always like the idea of the most obtrusive, cumbersome costume possible, something that gets in everybody's way and is really annoying. So I made a styrofoam K and put myself in that, and then I wore black pants and a black shirt and went as the letter K.
Why K?
I don't know, just because it's big and cumbersome. It gets in everybody's way. Like when you turn, you're knocking people with parts of the K. People would come up to me and they were saying, "Hey, well, what does a K stand for?" I said, "Nothing. I'm K," and that was it.
You know what you should have done? You should have always tried to find a very large person at the party wearing black and just stand next to them.
Yeah.
And then if he's like, "Can I help you, buddy?" You're like, "No, we're okay."
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Actually, that night we ended up in a bar after the party, and I actually got thrown out of the bar for the first time in my life because I'd had a couple drinks. I was dressed up as the letter K, and there was a young lady that came into the bar dressed as a Klingon, and she looked awesome. She obviously knew how to sew.
Yeah, it's nothing sexier than a Klingon costume.
It was a good costume. And I, at the time, having watched Star Trek The Next Generation, I knew a few Klingon phrases. So in my drunken state, I jumped in front of her and
started speaking to her
and started aggressively speaking Klingon,
while looking
which
like a
she
big
didn't
black
understand at all and felt very threatened by. And then I got removed from the bar. So lesson learned.
Do you still know any of that Klingon?
No, I don't remember. I'm more of a Dothraki guy now.
Okay, yeah,
So,
Sure enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of her fault for not boning up on some of the lore if she's going to do the costume. It's interesting that you are a costume maker, and out of the three of us who all agreed to dress up in costumes for this, you're the only one who's not really wearing one.
Well, I am.
I mean, Derek's a cool lumberjack over here. He even had a chainsaw. And I am Friar Untucked.
Okay. Yeah, you do have looks like a Jedi robe on.
Yeah, it's a Jedi robe, but I didn't have the swords, so I thought I'd go as Friar Tuck, but then I thought I'd put a spin on it, and I tucked my robe into my pants, so I'd be Friar Tucked in. But then it came out because it was uncomfortable, so now I'm just Friar Untucked.
Well, I do have a Star Wars t-shirt on right now. So, there's that.
You're a software designer. Good. Well, what are some costumes you'd like to see this Halloween, or costumes you'd like to give like a test drive? I got an idea for a bad costume.
Okay.
All right.
An upside down merman.
Oh.
Or a reverse merman.
You're good at this.
Yeah, so like you would just have human legs and a whole fish upper body.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a Great Big Sea song about that.
What's Great Big Sea?
It's a band.
I know.
From
I'm just trying to help
Atlantic
our
Canada.
American listeners.
Yeah. It's
Fabulous band.
yeah.
I didn't know that was one of their songs, though.
Yeah, there's like a song where it's all about this guy who's trying to woo this mermaid.
Yeah.
And then her dad's like, no, sorry, you can't have her, but you can have her sister. And it's like she's got a human body, a human bottom, but a fish top.
Oh.
And so
that's messed up.
yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that 16-year-old environmental activist from Sweden.
No,
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
just go as her.
Yeah. I mean,
Everyone would either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
Bob Ross is super popular right now.
Oh, that'd be
Really?
an easy
Like
one
people
to
go
do.
as Bob Ross for Halloween now.
Really?
Yeah, like there's people who will wear the afro and the apron, and then there'll be a person who sometimes goes with them dressed as one of his paintings, a canvas.
Wow.
But there's a lot of young kids saying that they want to be Bob Ross for Halloween right now, and I don't know if they actually know who he is.
Well, he is on Netflix.
Yeah, but I mean, so are serial killers, so they might think he's just like one of the people from
That's
like
true.
Mind of a Murderer or something.
That's true.
Well,
I went for a while as like characters from musicals, like Sweeney Todd,
I remember
or
Sweeney Todd.
like different things like that.
Really
Like
scary.
like obscure musicals, so people are like, "What?"
Sweeney's very mainstream.
But not necessarily everybody who would randomly know what it is, right?
Still
one
a good
time
costume, though.
I went as I taped a toy rat to my shoulder and went as a man with a rat on his shoulder.
Yeah,
and that went over really well.
I like the just very simplified, like very
that was it. Right?
Yeah,
So it
that's
was
the
just-
costume.
And people would ask, "What are you?" Like thinking, "Oh, he must be some sort of movie character."
Yeah.
No. I'm just a man with a rat on my shoulder. It's pretty obvious. There's a rat on my shoulder. You can see it right there.
And then you're offended.
Yeah,
You're offended.
yeah, right.
by
Like
it.
you can't get this.
Yep.
I mean, it's pretty basic here.
Yeah.
I would like to see more people doing like a Judi Dench costume this Halloween,
Okay.
just because I like Judi Dench, and I'd like to see more Judi Denches running around.
And Helen Mirren.
Nope.
No, just Judi Dench.
I don't have anything against Helen Mirren, but
Right.
I don't want it to cut into how many Judi Denches there are.
Well, I'm looking forward to your Judi Dench costume.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
No, I don't want to
Yeah.
dress up as Judi Dench.
No, you wouldn't do it.
No, I'm Friar Untucked. You could do an easy Oscar the Grouch costume.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too hard.
Just wear green or paint yourself green and hide in a dumpster for the entire night.
Yeah.
Like a movable dumpster, or you literally hide in a dumpster.
I think you just hide in a dumpster.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you eat cookies?
If there's some in there.
Oh, wait, that's Cookie Monster. That's not Oscar the Grouch. Those are different
Imagine
ones.
you could eat anything you find in the dumpster at that
okay.
point. Yeah.
I don't know. I love the idea of a costume that invades on people's space and is really annoying and cumbersome.
Like a 3-person Transformer costume.
Yeah, well, and I did something like that when I was in university. Another year, we went to a Halloween dance, and some buddies and I had a friend who was an engineer, or in engineering at the time, helped us to make a car out of cardboard. Love the cardboard.
Yep.
And it fit the 4 of us, and we all went as the car.
Oh.
And it was super awkward on the dance floor.
Like
'cause we
4
were-
separate pieces, or one
No,
piece that all of you got into?
We were just in the car, basically carrying it around, and we used that all night. And won the best costume for that. It was quite a piece of work. It took a lot of cardboard and a lot of clear packing tape.
Did you like bring people into the car for dance parties or?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you drive the car home after the party?
Could you get a DUI in a cardboard car?
By the end of the night, the car was in a bad state.
Yeah,
I recall. So, yeah, but that was fun.
You are a costume maker. I'll bet a terrible one, but Derek is actually quite good at decorating his house for Halloween.
Yeah, we're big fans of that. Actually, now at our place right now, there's like, I wanted to do a haunted walk almost kind of thing. I think it'd be kind of cool because there's like a long walkway, like it's probably like 100 meters where it's all, it's just like low hanging trees. Where
you live on an acreage.
Yeah, on an acreage. Yeah. If you could pump some fog into that thing and just have a bunch of stuff like jump out, I think
sounds like it could be horribly frightening.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah,
yeah, but he's done stuff like he's had animatronics and things in the past that scare kids.
Yeah, we had probably we have this jumping spider, and there was a young family came to our house one time, and these parents were trying to get their 2-year-old to step on the pad to launch the spider, because normally we would hide it, but when we'd see little kids, we'd like open the door and like, don't step here because it will. We don't want to scare the little kid.
Right.
But the parent was like, no, she's going to step on it. She's going to step on it. She'll be fine. And she stepped on it, and then she fell off the deck.
Oh, no.
Not a big deck, like a one step up landing, but she fell off of that. And then she like ran across the street and wouldn't come back across to our side of the street.
I like how the parents felt this was an important rite of passage for her.
Yeah, the parent just sat there laughing the whole time. I was like, your 2-year-old's terrified.
Oh,
she's going to grow up to be normal. She's going to step on this pad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lesson learned, I guess. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really trying to eat a McDonald's French fry while talking and not have it over here on the microphone.
Yeah. Well, we can take the mic for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think you said you want to do this out on the acreage, and there's something about I grew up on an acreage.
Yeah.
I did
that
too.
is scary
Mm-hmm.
at Halloween time, right?
Well, and it's
very
like
dark.
Yeah, there's no lights. Like it's pitch black. Like you think you know what dark is, and then you're trying to walk home from somewhere on the acreage, like even walk down the block, and it's dark.
And Halloween for a country kid is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was so depressed when I was younger because we'd get into our Halloween costumes, and then my mom would drive us around the neighborhood, and it would take hours. It would take like 10 minutes to get from one house to the
get
next.
like 8 houses
you'd get in the car, and then you drive to another neighbor's house, and it took forever. So I was really depressed. So every once in a while, she'd take us into town, and I thought that was just bank.
Yeah.
Like just amazing.
It's the money.
So, but now when I look back on it, there was something really special about that, the country Halloween, because you knew all those neighbors, and it was so much more meaningful.
But it wasn't
just going house to house.
They didn't put as much effort, I felt, into decorating their houses.
In the country?
Yeah. I had some ideas for things I could do pretty easily, though, to scare up my house a bit.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I'm lazy, as you know.
Yeah.
I thought I could just go to the butcher shop and get a whole bunch of blood, and then just dump buckets of blood on my house and my lawn, and maybe have a few like pig entrails and things flying around.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be super authentic.
Just
quick.
It has the smell factor that's realistic.
Smell factor.
That's right.
Yeah. I won't have to give out as much candy.
That's right.
So I thought that would be cheap and easy to do.
Yeah.
Just be the blood house on the block.
Pump a fountain of blood through your sprinklers.
Yeah.
Just spray blood when the kids show up, right? Just screaming happy Halloween at the top of my lungs. Another idea I thought, and this would be scary, well, it wouldn't be so scary for everybody, but it would be definitely scary for my neighbors. I thought about putting like this group of zombies on my front lawn, but then I make them look exactly like my next door neighbors.
Right.
Down to the smallest detail.
Oh,
so when they come out of the house, they just see like this dead version of them as my ornaments. Then they're like, is he going through our garbage? How does he know us so well?
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely frightening,
idea, actually.
but also psychopathic.
Yeah. And then you don't even like recognize it. Yeah, you don't recognize the weirdness of it either. You just like give them a friendly, happy Halloween, and offer them candy.
They are absolutely frightened by the shockingly accurate detail of every aspect of their lives that you've captured.
You got like their hobbies represented, and the dog's even there.
Right? How did he even know I was into whittling?
How does he know about the macrame? I don't know if people still do macrame.
I didn't even know what macrame is.
So
honest,
this is
I don't
something
either.
you would plan for years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and you'd have to also guess what they would look like 3 years
Right.
in the future, right?
You'd be 3D printing masks and oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Scrolling through their like social media feeds to get
All these details.
find all the angles.
You're reenacting parts of their life that have already happened, then taking it into the future when they get murdered on your front lawn.
Well, I didn't say they got murdered. Don't
Well,
be
you
dark
gotta
about
make
it
it
all.
scary.
They're zombies.
I mean, they're dead, but
Right. You don't know what happened.
No.
No.
No, I think that's really dark, twisted, but also interesting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You mentioned trick or treating out in the countryside.
Yeah.
One good thing about that is you get drastically different candy when you trick or treat in the country.
This is true.
Like you get a lot from each house.
Yes.
Because they know like they're all 2, 5, 10 miles apart.
Yeah.
So you get like full size bags of chips and cans of Campbell's soup and like full chocolate bars, and you can pretty much
Zucchinis.
fill your bag half full just with one house.
We usually just like leave a
Side of beef.
We drive the kids into town.
Yep.
But we leave like a big bucket of candy on the front step with a note that's just like, take what you want.
That's very honest of you, or that's trusting of you.
Mm.
Yeah. So, what are some of your like favorite Halloween type treats or things that you would want if you were a kid picking up candy?
The gold for me was always the Kraft caramel.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know if that exists in the United States. I'm going to guess it does in some form. Maybe not by Kraft, but
just those little square soft caramel.
Oh, it's
Those are
it's
delightful.
the ultimate.
Those are delightful.
It's the best thing. Probably not if you have braces, but it's wonderful.
That makes your Halloween scarier if you have braces and eat caramels.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the opposite for me was Tootsie Rolls. You get those, and I would just be mad as a
Yes.
kid. I'd be like,
Yeah.
what is this garbage?
Oh, you
I
hated Tootsie Rolls?
Tootsie Rolls.
They're delicious.
I would always try to trade them. That was their only
my
benefit to
God.
me, that I could trade them out
I
for
wish
something
that I
better.
had trick or treated with you more because I would have eaten all your Tootsie Rolls.
Well, one of my sons had he's a majorly allergic to dairy, and we'd always taught them to have decent manners, but he was quite polite about it. I remember him going up to a house and the owner dumping a big chocolate bar into his bag, and he looked at it and he said, I have a dairy allergy. Would you have anything else that you could give me instead? And I was like, no, it's fine. And so I had to explain to him that, we'll deal with that afterwards. We'll trade with your brother.
That's Dad's
but
candy.
let's maybe not, let's not ask people to give us
You
different
didn't go back to
candy.
that house again.
No.
Now, I've seen.
Good for him for advocating for himself, though.
I've heard, and I don't know if this is true, that there's like a gluten-free, because there's a lot of gluten-free kids these days, or people, that are gluten-free.
Yeah, when you eat children, normally they're not a high source of gluten.
No.
And so I've been told that if you need a gluten-free diet, you should look for the purple pumpkin, and that people who are supplying with gluten-free options put a purple pumpkin out to indicate to you that that's. But I feel like that's a lot of effort for me to.
We're
to
getting
do that.
way too carried away with this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, all the food sensitivities, man, oh man, like there could be a different colored pumpkin for every single one of them.
Right. Jeepers. So you have a peanut allergy though. Like, was that an issue for you?
Well, I mean, you'd get things with peanuts, but you'd outsource that to your brother or sister, and then
You never had
you do some trades.
like, sometimes like some of the candy would rip a little bit. There was never like a peanut chocolate bar that would rip open and contaminate your whole bag or something.
Well, you might notice Trevor's got a lot of candy out tonight.
I do.
And I am not a big candy lover. I'm not eating candy right now.
Huh.
And if you take that back, I'd say that probably I never developed a taste for it because I was always so scared of that sort of thing. cross-contamination. So, yeah, I mean, I'd go out and get the candy, but it was more about the process, not about the eating it.
Yeah.
And I would have a bag, like the huge bag of it left over for a year. I would never get through any of it.
But do you think that there should be houses that have like a big brown pumpkin in front saying like, this is a
brown is a perfect
peanut free?
Yeah.
You know?
Just a brown pumpkin.
Oh, one of the candies that are on the table right now is my least favorite Halloween thing.
What's that?
Is it the
came
one
in
you
like
keep
this-
pushing on me?
Yeah, I want you to eat them.
Candy corn?
Candy corn, yeah. It's part
Can
of
you
this.
tell me
like,
what it
assortment.
is? Because
Well, you should
I'm
try
a total
one.
candy virgin. Maybe pass it
Try
over
it.
here.
I actually love these candies.
No,
I hate candy
there's no
corn.
nuts in this.
No. Well, I don't know. Probably not. But candy corn tries to warn you just with the name and the appearance of it that it's gross. And you like people would give this in
may
handfuls to you.
contain peanuts.
Yeah, well, that's legalese.
Yeah. But basically it tastes like a soft hobo's tooth.
You know what?
Yeah.
As you were saying that, I took my first bite ever
And you
of
thought,
candy corn.
Yeah.
And you were 100% right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it tastes
This
like.
has no enamel. It's all the inner part of the tooth, and it's not candy.
Right. And then when you look on the inside,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
And they only have it at Halloween because it's not sellable any other time of the year.
It does have a slight...
By the way, our sponsor this year is candy corn.
Yeah. There's a slight caramel taste.
You're
Yeah.
just projecting to try and get it down.
But
No.
why'd you buy it?
Well, it was just one of the other. It's one option out of all these other traditional candy, like black and orange jelly beans and little gummy pumpkins. And
yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this.
it's hard to avoid candy corn. That's the point.
I think I prefer it over jelly beans.
No,
I
you're crazy.
hate jelly beans.
Wow.
I hate the texture.
You hate the smooth texture
Yeah.
of a jelly bean. Well, teach
But a
their own.
caramel? Oh my goodness.
I also
jelly
hate-
beans. Sorry, go ahead.
I just want to say what I hate.
Okay.
I hate those Halloween only chips. Like the chips that only show up at Halloween that people give you. And they always taste like they're wet or something, and they have no flavor except they're just, the texture's off. But there's these mini bags of no flavored, only appear at Halloween potato chips. And they're gross.
Talking about candy, one thing that I really don't like licorice, like black licorice.
Yep. I agree with you.
But I love
it.
I love like grape, blueberry, like that kind of stuff. And as like a colorblind kid, I would always a significant amount of times I'd be so excited about like grape flavored some kind of candy.
Yeah.
Big bite into it only to realize that it's black licorice and I gotta spit it out and wash my face.
Oh, so for you, there should have been houses that had like just a monochrome gray.
Yeah, like if
pumpkin.
everything was just gray, you know, then it'd be.
Knowing this
then
is-
I
I'm
know.
learning
Okay.
things about you because I had no idea that you were colorblind.
He can't play Call of Duty very well
I
because he
found
always
out
shoots at his own
I
teammates.
found out in grade 11 that I was colorblind. It
You
was
mean
like
you didn't know?
no, like everybody looked in the textbook and they're like, "Oh yeah, number 26 or whatever it was," and I couldn't see what they were talking about, and then I learned that I was colorblind.
All right, well, it's time for our shameless plug of the episode.
So excited about
me
this.
too.
Like this we've had a lot of quality sponsors come on board, but this is one that's near and dear to my heart.
That's true.
I feel like we're making a difference here.
Oh,
And
I know
that's
we're making a
important.
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, the good people that have graciously come on board and that we're heavily involved with are the Panda Parents Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So Panda Parents, if you don't know, pandas are endangered, like a lot of our good species out there. And pandas need a leg up every now and then, just like humans.
That's right.
And they're not just adorable, they have feelings, it turns out. We have gone out of our way,
Right.
after being approached by the Panda Parents Foundation, to adopt pandas.
Yeah,
We're
we've-
essentially
we've
parenting
decided
them.
we'd see how this works so
Yeah.
that when our listeners are listening to this, they'll know kind of the experience of it. So
Yeah.
we've each actually donated just a tiny little fee.
Oh, a fraction.
It's for only $40 a day.
Yeah, pittance.
You too can be a panda parent.
Yeah, I mean, what's it total up to in about a month?
40, I don't know.
That's a lot of love from a panda. That's
Yeah,
what it
I mean,
totals
you're
up
never going to get like your money's worth there because you're getting so much more.
Yeah.
They're big, right?
They're
eat
giant
They eat a
pandas.
lot of food,
Yeah.
and it takes a lot to feed them and
Yeah.
house them, and we're trying to increase that panda population.
They're over there
I'm
in
actually-
China, and it costs money to raise and keep these guys alive,
Yeah.
but they're precious.
I'm actually paying $60 a month.
Oh,
You have to pay a little more.
Well, there was like an option where I could sign up for like a little extra special package. So
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm paying a little extra for my Panda, but
And it's great. And
It's
you
worthwhile.
You do get some things back. I mean, you get that feeling
Definitely.
of that you're actually making a difference in doing something.
oh my God!
for
The
endangered
photos and the
species.
letters.
The picture of the panda.
So we each have our panda. Now, what was the name of yours,
I
Trevor?
am happy to say that my panda's name is Gertrude,
Oh,
and she is precocious and lovely. And every day I see those photos of her healthy and well, I know that I'm making a good choice with my money.
Yeah, exactly.
Gertrude,
Wow.
love to you, Gertrude.
She sounds good.
And I have mine is Lawrence.
Yeah.
There's something in his eyes when I look at those photos that have been sent to me.
Yeah.
I think he might have actually taken a few of them himself, like a selfie
Oh, they're
type
smart.
thing.
They're
Wow.
smart.
It's crazy. Like I think they're at gorilla level.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they can do sign language, but
Oh.
but Lawrence there's something in his eyes when I look at those photos. It's like I know you, and I know that I appreciate everything you're doing for me.
I know
So-
Gertrude can't read, but I know that my letters are read to her.
right?
And I
yeah.
know that she understands. And like you can see a lot of humanity in her eyes and just love and understanding and wisdom. And just they'd be great companions to have.
And it's great, I mean, to craft those letters.
Oh yeah.
And send them to your panda and
The writing
have that
process,
special
yeah.
bond. So how about yours, Derek?
Mine's name is Gorp.
Oh, okay.
And I think he just must be a little more artistic than yours. I just get like I opened it up. I didn't get the picture yet, but I got just like tufts of grass and some half gnawed on bamboo.
Oh.
And I can't see Gorp's eyes, but I can feel the love in that bamboo, the shredded bamboo there. So
Well, I mean, they're all mementos, and
yeah,
it obviously means that you are making an impact on what's the name?
Gorp. All in all, it's been a pretty good experience.
Oh yeah,
so
like
far.
it's enriched my life for sure. Like I mean, you've got kids, and I'm starting to, I think, feel like what you must feel every day with them, with just the contact, even like
I feel
around the world.
connected. I feel
Yeah.
like this is my third child.
Yeah.
I had 2 human children, and
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
I've got a panda.
Wow.
Well, I bet you they would get along with Lawrence just great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so like if you go in with a panda parenting, then what your money goes to is feeding the panda, housing the panda, recreation for the panda, having doctors on hand for the panda, making sure they're getting a proper diet, that they're getting cardio, that their medical needs are taken care of, and that they have a place to live.
Right.
Because a lot of these pandas habitats, they're disappearing. So thank God for people like us, and
that's
thank
true.
God for the Panda Parent Foundation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've received some special gifts.
Super exciting.
Yeah.
And we're basically doing
Yeah.
unboxing here. I'm
Yeah,
super
this
excited
is-
to
this
see
is great.
what Gertrude sent me this time.
Podcast
and so
unboxing. This
we're
is
all going to
actually-
open our special panda packages.
Yeah, exactly.
Our Panda
Let's,
Parent packages.
Let's get to it.
And
Here
we'll tell you what we
unbox
got here.
and
Yeah.
this is great.
This is the kind of cool stuff you can expect if you become a parent panda yourself. So here we go.
Trying to get
Okay.
this open here.
Oh my God. Gertrude really sealed this one good. All right. Well, I'm cracking it open. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Oh my God.
What?
Oh, look at
let's
this.
see.
I've got a rolled up. This is a beautiful watercolor painting.
Oh my goodness.
Apparently, with this letter, it says Gertrude has done this herself.
Right.
And it's of some beautiful flowers that are native to where she lives. So I'm kind of getting a glimpse of what she sees every day. This is gorgeous. And then there's, oh my God, the detail that she put in the petals, right? This is intense. And then what is this? Oh my God.
Ah.
She has spelt out my name with her food, and they photographed it.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Wow, that's quite
Like,
a
this
package.
is intense.
that's amazing.
That touches my heart.
Wow.
Al, what
That's
do you got there?
fantastic. Let's see here. Lawrence, I'm blown away. Look at this hand-woven basket.
Oh my God.
Look at the intricate, like the weaving on that
That's a
basket. It's
craft-
just
that's
unbelievable.
gorgeous.
That's quite
And then it
nice.
looks like he's actually It appears to be a sculpture of me. I know I only sent like
Wow.
2 or 3 photos, but just a small.
Is that clay?
About it's 12-inch clay statue.
Oh my God.
But fairly realistic. Like when I look at it, I can kind of see me in that.
These powerful creatures, you didn't think they'd be able to get that level of articulation, but
How
wow.
they would even do that? Oh my
Oh,
goodness!
when
And I don't know a lot about sculpting.
Yeah.
But it seems to me that this is a pretty fine piece of work.
Well, when I have trouble
wow.
making getting that money together, even though it's not that much, this really confirms why I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Right?
That's unbelievable.
Wow. Derek, what do you got here from Little Gorp?
Well, my box is a little different than your guys's.
Okay. Well, they're all very
There's,
individualistic, these pandas.
Yeah, mine has a big brick of panda with the letters GORP scrawled into it. It's just a note inside from the keepers. It all says is send more money. This must be some of Gorp's newest work. I mean, it's
well, you can definitely. It's pungent.
yeah, you can.
That's definitely a personal personal package.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a woven basket, but
No.
I mean,
it's just nice to
contribute.
It's just nice,
to,
yeah, I get, at the end of the day, we're just helping Gorp out, and hopefully,
it sounds like he
hopefully
needs
gets a little better. Maybe I'll just
needs all the
try
help
to send
you can.
a little more cash next month. And see
Yeah.
if that
I
makes
think
a
probably
difference.
that's what it is that maybe a little bit more money and you'll get more of an output.
Yeah, sometimes these little guys, they can get sick.
Yeah.
And they just sometimes they get really sick. Wow, that's rich smelling.
Yeah, you definitely notice it.
I'm just gonna close this box
Yeah.
up here.
So,
just so
Take that home, maybe.
just so it's out of the
Enjoy
way.
that.
But I'm really looking forward. We've all booked those plane tickets to China.
right.
That set us
And
back a bit.
that's right.
Yeah,
That's
next month.
that's optional, but if you're going to be a panda parent, go all in.
Spend some quality time. And
yeah.
I know that they've given us a little bit of kind of just some of the routines that we can expect from our pandas. And
Which
I know
is super
mine
interesting.
actually, it's crazy. I wouldn't have realized this, but mine actually starts its daily routine with just a little bit of yoga
Wow.
and
wow.
meditation to kind of get in the zone before it goes about its daily daily routine. Did you get anything back from yours in regards to what to expect when you get there?
They are apparently working with Gertrude to, she's already been playing music using an oversized retrofitted keyboard.
Wow.
But it looks like they're even trying to encourage her to compose a bit.
That's
and
amazing.
I don't know how far in she is to this, but I think it's great. I support it. We might be hearing our first panda virtuoso soon.
Beautiful
Yeah,
beast.
yeah.
Beautiful beasts.
Yeah.
Wow.
What about you, Derek?
Derek.
Mine just says bring an umbrella. So I
Okay.
don't know
For the weather.
No, I've heard that Gorp likes to throw stuff, so
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know exactly. Maybe he's like a baseball player.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I guess the umbrella is just for maybe protection. I don't know. Weather in China must be, worse out.
I didn't get a heads up about the umbrella, but
No.
it can't be a bad idea.
No.
So
Yeah, it says here at the bottom of your letter too something about a face mask.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I guess for a cold, but it said something that's got a cage.
Yeah.
Debris, I guess. I don't know.
Anyways,
Yeah,
I
guess we'll figure
feel
it out.
like
Hey, when you get there.
Yeah, it's going to be great, right?
Oh yeah.
it's
Yeah.
great that Panda Parents is on board as a sponsor for our podcast, but even more important is the difference that we're making.
Yep.
And the lifelong bonds that I have with Lawrence and you have with Gertrude.
I
and-
couldn't
and
live
you
my
have
life
with
without her.
Gorp. Right.
I could not live my life without Gertrude.
No.
No.
It's made a big difference. I
Yeah.
mean, I think this is probably more important to me than my entire 18 years as a parent.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's been preparing you for this good
Exactly.
work. Yeah.
So
Well, look them up, Panda Parent Foundation. Get involved, make
Yep.
a difference, and enrich your own life, like me and Al and Derek.
Yep. So Trevor, you're pretty artistic kind
Thank
of
you.
guy.
Yeah.
So do you dig into this pumpkin designs? Do you pride yourself with a well-crafted pumpkin on your step, or?
When I was a kid, yes. Now that I'm an adult, no.
Huh.
It's not worth the payoff because it rots.
Oh, the worst part of it is the prep, like trying to get all of those seeds and all of the guts out of a pumpkin.
I do love the taste of the seeds if you bake them, but I'm too lazy to bake them for myself. But yeah, I don't like scooping the brains out of the pumpkin. I like cutting it open. You know, it's satisfying. You have to go in at a perfect angle, right, to get the cap off.
You get the lid in the right angle.
It's a morbid thing.
Why can't you go to a grocery store and they have the pre-scooped ones for you?
Or why can't they carve them?
Yeah. Why can't they do everything for you?
I do appreciate the art of pumpkin carving. You know, there's people who like actually carve like the skin of the pumpkin now, make it look like a 3D face. And people who just come up with really like creative, original designs that you never really thought to put in a pumpkin.
Yeah. They are really cool.
Yeah.
But handling the knife is hard.
Yeah.
That's what
Especially when your hand gets all pumpkin-y.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the most elaborate design you've ever done there, Hal?
Oh, yeah. I once I did a mouth and a triangle nose and then 2 triangle eyes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty intense.
Yeah.
So basically if I could get a face into the thing, I was having a good day. So
pretty good.
That's about it for me.
Derek, what do you got?
My son and I, we try to outdo ourselves every year more and more and more. But even when my wife and I didn't have kids, we would try to be ridiculous. I remember one year we got 5 of those like little pumpkins, you know, like centerpiece kind of little gourd things.
Yeah.
And so we had them on the table for Thanksgiving and for whatever. And then we carved a big pumpkin with like a big like angry mouth. Yeah. And then we carved all those. It was a lot of work, and you know, now that I have children, I would never take the time to do that again. Carve the little pumpkins, and so they were all terrified because they were being eaten by the big pumpkin, and 2 of them were like falling out of the mouth of the big pumpkin. And
cannibal pumpkins.
I have a book that's like epic pumpkin carving.
Yeah,
and so we try to recreate some of those. But yeah, I'm a fan of that.
That's a cool idea. Involving pumpkins with other pumpkins. What if you did a meta pumpkin? Like you just carved the shape of a pumpkin in a pumpkin.
Oh. Or you could go 3 levels. You could have a pumpkin and a pumpkin and a pumpkin.
Yeah. And then you go insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have a zombie version of your neighbors on your lawn.
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Pumpception. Pumpkinception.
Pumpception?
No, I don't think so. Pumpception.
Terrible. Pumpception.
Jackoception. No. Well, I like movie pumpkins too. Yeah. I like when people pay like homage to Star Wars and you know, Harry Potter pumpkins are kind of funny, you know. So
we did a Spider-Man one once.
Yeah,
that was all right.
It's creative. Yeah. I bet there's probably a lot of Marvel pumpkins right now.
Oh yeah,
Marvel's huge
for sure.
Just a pumpkin that says Netflix on it.
Yeah.
You know what that family, they don't even answer the door. It's just the binging family.
Oh gosh, that's a good one.
Or a pumpkin that says Pepsi.
Yeah.
Product just placement in your pumpkins.
Yeah, product placement pumpkins.
You can get like a little kickback for carving your pumpkin in a...
Yeah. I wonder if like companies actually do that like around Halloween. If you go to like Microsoft, do they have a Windows pumpkin?
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Trojan condoms.
Could you become like a professional? Do you think there's people who do that just carve pumpkins for businesses?
Well, it seems like it'd be a hard life because you'd
have to make a lot of money.
No, I bet it's the same people who like carve the ice sculptures for big high scale parties.
Yeah,
they probably just do the pumpkins.
That's true.
Yeah. They probably whittle a turkey for Thanksgiving for those companies too.
You're carving turkeys?
Yeah, like they just carve a turkey into a shape.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I think you've made that up.
Well, yeah, I'm just assuming that they could do it. You know,
you could just like grind it all down and like reprocess it into a chunk, and then
they shape the meat into
a
corporate logo.
Right. I guess if you ground it, you create that.
This is perfectly normal when we're totally on track for Halloween.
I think Schuster's has a line of that actually. Corporate.
Oh, Schuster's! I love their life powers.
Probably if you did a bunch of those turkey balls, you know, those frozen turkey balls. That stuff would be a lot more sculptable.
Yeah.
So it's worth trying.
Well, I love all these ideas.
Well,
for me, it's just mostly those people who go like really intense detail and put a lot of work into the pumpkin.
Yeah.
I would like to see more Renaissance painting style pumpkins. You know, like a Last Supper pumpkin.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, it's got to be out there.
Yeah.
If you
Sistine
internet
Chapel
that,
pumpkin.
Yeah.
internet.
If you internet
If
that,
you internet
you
that,
look on that.
yeah,
world,
I'm actually
www.
67. I didn't.
If you
Never
wind up
mentioned-
your computer and internet thing, that's our Al.
Yeah.
So pumpkins aside, did you guys ever do a lot of like tricks? Did you ever play pranks or
Oh.
Halloween stuff?
Well,
Oh,
living,
yeah.
living out on an acreage, I remember being tricked every year.
Oh,
The neighborhood kids would come around, and I don't know why they did this, but for some reason, there was always a breaker on a power pole outside of your house.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have
And,
that.
You actually have that?
Yeah.
That still exists.
Yeah.
And so the kids knew where that was. They'd come along
Turn your
and they
power
would
off.
turn off your power. They would do this year after year after year. And then one time they did it, and my mom opened the door to go turn on the power. And as soon as she opened the door, a whole bucket of water came flying through the door. She fell, broke her glasses. I was like a 6-year-old kid.
Oh
I saw
my
this. I was
gosh.
crying, and then it
You
was
thought
a
people were trying
horrifying
to kill your
scene.
family.
Terrible.
So and the kids ran away, and then she's like, "You f***ers! My kid is bawling, and I broke my glasses."
Your mom had a weird voice.
And then they turned on the power because they felt so guilty.
She hunted them down
So-
after that.
But then it was my turn as I got a little bit older. So when I was about 12, I thought we're gonna go over to my neighbors and we're gonna trick them. And our big trick was we were just gonna take toilet paper and wrap it around the house. We thought that would be
The whole
just great.
house.
Yeah, we had several rolls, right? So, anyways, my aunt, who was about quite a bit younger than my mom, but about probably 8-10 years older than me,
Yeah.
was over and she said, "Yeah, let's do this." So it was my aunt, myself, and my older brother, and we went over to the house next door, which was probably, I don't know, it took a few minutes to walk over there.
Yeah.
And it was just jet black. We started winding the toilet paper up, but the neighbor's kid, who was about 18, was outside waiting for trickers, and then started running after us.
It'd be
And my
weirder if he was
aunt,
just waiting for toilet paper.
my aunt, who was probably about 20 at the time,
Yeah.
freaked out and was so scared. She hit me in the head with the giant flashlight that she had with her, knocked me out, and then I started running. I'm just crying as I'm running, and this 18-year-old, very fast kid is running after me, and he caught me, of course, and scared the crap out of me. Didn't do anything.
Good
to
thing you had
me,
the toilet
yeah.
paper.
That was the last time I ever tricked. So I learned my lesson.
I'm going
I
to keep
guess.
an eye out if my power turns
You're
out this
tricked.
year. I know it.
Yeah, I didn't get arrested.
No.
He let me go, and
Your
It
trick was an
was
epic
scary.
fail.
Wow.
it was, yeah. So, no. How about you guys?
I've never tricked anybody, and I think it's good because I don't understand what's funny and what's too far,
Mm.
you know? So it would probably just be a dark, terrible day.
Mm. I have a memory of like when we were, like 12, 14, something like that. It was like laser pointers were pretty new.
Oh,
Yeah.
So we had like, somebody had a laser pointer, and so we would like go
You
and
took a plane down.
we'd go, no, we'd
No,
go
okay.
like hide in
That's
the
a hell of a
bushes.
trick.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of people that would have like mirrors in their living room,
Right,
Like, and so
yeah.
we would go hide in the bushes and try to shine it off the mirrors
Yeah.
onto people or into the room, and wait until people like look around and then run away laughing hysterically.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
you really messed things up for them with that little bit of light.
Yeah, it was entertaining.
There's people
for us. It was really dangerous for us, but
There's a group
Yeah.
of people in therapy now because of you.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
What about, this probably wasn't done at Halloween as much. Knock Knock Ginger. Did you guys ever partake?
It's poop again, like that kind of thing. Where you're
Knock Knock Ginger is where you, I don't know, there's a couple different names for it, but that's where you go up to the person's door, you ring the doorbell, and then you run off quickly
Oh.
before they come to the door.
Does it involve a person with red hair and freckles?
no, you're not knocking.
Yeah, I don't know
looking
where the
for
ginger came
against
from.
The ginger.
Yeah, I don't know why it was called that.
I don't know.
And the variations on the game were how long could you stand there bravely before somebody came to the door, and then
Ooh.
come up with an excuse as to why you were there if they
Yeah.
ever answered it.
People won't even answer the phone if they don't know who's calling now.
That's true, yeah.
It's pretty good. Here is an idea for tricking in this day and age. you could take the person's lawn ornaments and swap them with non-neighborhood sanctioned lawn ornaments, like a gaudy pink flamingo.
Yeah.
And then, like, if they don't notice for like a week or two, they get like a snide letter from the neighborhood committee saying, please remove your non-sanctioned neighborhood ornament.
Yeah.
And that would just be hell for them.
Or you could do that thing that you were talking about with your neighbors coming over to your house, but you just trick it on them and you take this, like, I don't know, replicas of their bodies and just throw it onto their lawn just to scare the living crap out of them.
Yeah, the mom comes home with groceries. Yeah, that would be dark. See, that's the kind of joke I'd play as a kid and think it was okay.
I mean, we go over poorly.
Yeah, not know that
All
corpses are too far again.
All made from sculpted turkey balls, frozen turkey balls.
I said before that all my ideas about Halloween are pretty much from movies, and I'm very impressionable. Is there any like movies or music you guys will like play around this time of year that kind of get you in the mood or like get you psyched up for Halloween?
There's one in my family that's kind of a real important one, which is Ernest Scared Stupid.
Oh, that's a scary
classic.
Jim Varney, you can't go wrong.
Jim Varney.
My dad still quotes him to this day,
That is a scary movie when you were a kid, too.
Yeah, we used to always watch that.
Really? The trolls. Oh, yeah. Like, I watched The Exorcist when I was way too young, and I was still scared by Ernest Scared Stupid. Yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned The Exorcist because to me that was one of the scariest movies that I ever saw when I was younger. And you're talking about Ernest Scared Stupid. Yeah. What's so scary about this movie? I haven't seen it.
Here's why it's super scary. Because Ernest is such an artist at hilarity. He's so funny that anything that's scary is, by contrast, amped way up. There's nothing funny in The Exorcist. It's scary all the time. But it's very Shakespearean to do that. Like, here's something funny. Now here's something terrifying. Now here's something tragic. And that's what Ernest knows. He knows Shakespeare. Right? So that's why Ernest Scared Stupid is terrifying. And it's hilarious.
Interesting essay topic.
Yeah.
Jim Varney's performances as Ernest.
Well, I think more people should be studying Jim Varney.
When we are finished, we need to watch Ernest Scared Stupid.
Don't say it if you don't mean it.
No, we need to watch it and maybe do a recap.
Okay. But here's how it goes down. Once I press play, no one talks until it's done, and we watch it all the way through. And then after, we have a big glass of Miak.
And then when we're finished that, we will watch the Free Willy Halloween special.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not very well known.
No.
Basically, he doesn't make it over the boy at the end.
Yeah.
Goes terrible.
Yeah.
Me and a buddy, me and another grown man, we actually watch Ernest Scared Stupid just to get us in the mood. Like, we want to watch it for Halloween.
Oh,
yeah. Come on. To go trick or treating, as grown men do. Yeah. The Exorcist is definitely another one of my Halloween go-tos for sure.
I'm not a scary movie guy. I don't like them very much, but any Asian horror movie can scare the living hell out of me.
Like Ringu.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever seen one.
Oh my goodness.
The Ring was based on a...
Maybe it's just because it's so peculiar.
Yeah.
It's just so out there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I could get that. Yeah.
They're quite scary. I'm feeling like now that I'm empty nested, maybe it's time for me to go out trick-or-treating again.
Oh yeah. Like, why can't adults have fun at Halloween like that?
Right.
Yeah.
Who says, like, what is the appropriate age to stop? Maybe you have to stop when you're like 13, but you should be allowed to start again when you're 45.
Yeah. Our Halloween renaissance or rebirth. Yeah.
We should try to take that back.
Take back the night.
Right. Taking back Halloween for the adults.
Yeah, we could call it like...
Yeah.
Mugga. Make Halloween great again,
Or we could just go out of gravitas.
Take a big group of us, all adults.
Yeah. And you go and you're just super aggressive about it. Like, you just insist you get that candy.
Maybe you'd have a special colored pumpkin where it's adult friendly.
Adult friendly. There you go.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. I mean,
a pumpkin with a
the kids get all the fun.
Yeah.
And then you could have like adult treats. There could be shots at each house. Marijuana edibles. I mean, that's legal now here
in Canada,
where we are. In Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And your trick or treating gets more slurred as you go through the night, I guess. You know?
but you'd still have craft caramels.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, dope.
That would still be there.
It's like Bailey's with a craft
Right.
caramel inside.
Yeah. And if anyone gives you like candy corn, you light their house on fire.
Yeah. Oh, and you know it'd be fun as a
Instant arson.
as a 40-year-old man or woman,
Yeah.
trick or treating
Yeah.
would be like a whole different level.
Or however you identify.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
40-year-old person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a person.
And if you're 39, that's okay too.
Yeah.
If you want to do this.
If you're 37, you're a sick weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to say we should do this Halloween.
And what I would do, my big trick would be to throw big apples through people's windows.
I also like the idea, even if you're not an empty
Just
nester
reckless.
gal,
Well,
Derek, you should just leave your kids behind.
Yeah.
We should go.
yeah. Well,
Just
you get a
leave 'em at home.
babysitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make them like hand out candy and we'll go get
And I think if you've got, like, let's say it's a purple pumpkin and that says we're adult friendly,
Yeah.
you're going to expect that an apple might come through your window.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Like, that's part of it. It's
And
just,
if we go to a house and someone asks, "Aren't we too old for this?" we'll accuse them of age shaming.
That's right.
That's ageism.
That's right.
That's a thing.
So this Halloween, put out that purple pumpkin.
yeah.
But just make sure you write the word
Right.
purple on it,
Right.
so that I get
Oh,
it.
for
And
colorblind
then
kids.
we will show up at your house
Yes.
and throw an apple through your window.
And
Get
also,
it.
if you have the purple pumpkin,
yeah.
purge rules apply.
Okay.
Oh.
So if you're familiar with the movie,
Yeah.
anything goes.
Murder
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Adult
we-
Halloween is actually terrifying.
It would be terrifying, right?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
you'd really be truly scared. And if you lived through it, it would be something that you'd be super excited about doing next year.
Yeah.
I love this idea. I think we've come up with a lot of great ideas for just how to enhance someone's Halloween.
It's been good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, this is beneficial for anybody who listens
I think
at
so.
any time of the year.
Yeah. So good job, guys.
Thank you.
It's been great.
Yeah.
We've got this thing called Twitter.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah. What are we?
Internet us on Twitter.
At
Yeah.
Pitch Guys on the internet.
Yeah.
Just ask Siri about it.
Yep.
And send us your request. What's your favorite Halloween trick or treat?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Give us your favorite cookie ideas for Halloween.
There you
whatever.
go.
Your favorite
Rate,
song.
review, subscribe, share this podcast. Get it out there.
Yeah. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Exactly. Happy Halloween.
Pretty good.